I'm here 10 hours a day. I think I'm awake at home for 4. I spend more time with these guys than I do with my actual family. My name's Ray DeVust. I have been with Kuiken Brothers for about 20 years. I do operations. Came to Kuiken Brothers after the company I was working with moved to South Carolina. I wasn't in for a move, so I looked for another job. I figured this would be a nice transitional job. So when I first started at Kuiken Brothers, I was a driver. I went out with another driver. I rode with him for about a week, then I drove for a week, and then I was on my own. We were mostly residential. We had 3 vans running out of Wantage, and it almost seemed like you'd leave in the morning with a van, come back, there'd be a van loaded, jump in that van. When you came back from doing that delivery, that van was loaded. And then I went to yard work, building loads, unloading trucks, stuff like that. And then when they opened this yard, the manager at the time asked me if I'd come down to help him out with the new yard. Yeah, no, it's just that they sent George. George came back, so they sent him to go grab it real quick. Yeah, so you come back, I'm getting Wantage together, we'll get you down to Wantage, all right? Normal day, I would come in, see what has to be transferred, then check to see what trucks are actually running. If we are getting a transfer truck, if I have a truck to run. Some days the priority is getting drywall from Garfield to here or Garfield to Newark, and we move anything and everything we sell. If I'm not working on transfers, we're unloading vendors, loading vendors. We deal with everything every day. Once I unloaded a rail car and checked in, unloaded, and put away all by me. I had that under my belt, 1 rail car. 2.5 hours. It's not, maybe 3. I wasn't setting any records, but it was personal best. The guys in Midland, like, hey, I could do that in 20 minutes. Even if we have a lot to do, as long as it goes smooth, there's not broken things or the wrong thing got shipped in, the wrong thing got shipped out. So when days go smooth, that's about the best. My other job I would always complain about. I'd come home and my wife, after I worked for a couple of months, she's like, you don't come home and complain. What's up, Matt?
Yeah. I think the top one's special order, right?
Yes, it is. When I was in Wantage, Doug came around. You know, I was new, so they introduced me to him and I talked to him. He got to know me a little. It was almost like a year later, and he asked me if how skiing was over the winter, and that impressed me, that he remembered that I like to ski. And they're approachable. You know, they come in, I can talk to anyone, and a lot of times they'll ask you your opinion about something. I used to shoot video back when I got out of college, and you know, I like astrophotography. Went to Alaska in February to see the Northern Lights. There were people there where we stayed, and the guy grew up in Alaska and said he's lived there all his life, never seen them dance like they did that night. I have a motorcycle ride, that's fun. So I don't like city riding, highway riding, I like back roads. I ski, so I like being outside in the cold. I'd rather be cold than hot, but summer has its benefits too. Like today's beautiful, but it never lasts. Thank you, New Jersey.